Liz here from SENDHUGS. Now, Liz, we've known each other a little while. You've got some articles in the magazine, but in more detail, tell us who you are and what is it you do.
So, hi, my name's Liz. I'm from SENDHUGS, which stands for Special Educational Needs and Disabilities, Help, Understanding, Guidance and Support.
Well, I've learnt that. I thought it was a genuine hug.
Well, that too, obviously.
Yeah.
I am a parent of 2 autistic children myself, and what I have tried to establish is the service that I needed when I was first starting out. So it has 2 strands to it. One of them is neurodivergent parent coaching. One of the things you find as a parent of a neurodivergent child is that very often the first thing they do is blame your parenting, and they send you on a parenting course where you are taught exactly all the stuff that you've read in the parenting books and you've been trying to put in place, and your child hadn't read the books and didn't cooperate. And so instead of saying this is what you should be doing, the same as everybody else, I work with parents to explore what's going on with their particular child and how to help their child to deal with the world, because behaviour is communication. And if you're seeing a lot of meltdowns, a lot of difficult behaviour, it's usually because your child is struggling.
So there's a lot there, right?
Yeah.
Let's dive into one bit. So where should a parent start on this journey? Your children don't come out with a label saying I need help, right?
No, they don't. Some parents realise quite early on that their child has a difficulty. They might not, their speech might not develop as you might expect. They might never stop. They might never sleep. They might have more subtle signs, like instead of playing with their toys, they just line them all up.
So when a parent sees this and they can see maybe a pattern, what's next step?
Okay, if your child is preschool, then one of the first ports of call will be your health visitor. You can go to your GP. You will probably be completely dismissed by your GP, who will say, oh, they're fine, they're just a bit lazy, or they're just a bit slower in this area. Come back in 6 months if you're still worried, but you won't be. And
the NHS offer a fantastic service, but if parents want to seek further help, what would you suggest?
Keep knocking on doors, keep talking to people, keep talking to your health visitor if your child is under 5. If they're over 5 and they're at school, over 4 and they're at school, talk to their teacher, arrange an appointment with the teacher and make a list of all the things that concern you.
Okay.
Just give as much detail as possible about what exactly it is that you think is different about your child from other children that you know, and why you're concerned about it.
It's solid, sound advice. And when would we sort of seek your services? When do you come in the mix and we need some additional support?
If you're struggling, if you can't get anybody to listen to you, if your child is at school and you're not getting the right support for them, if you think your child needs an EHCP and the school doesn't agree, one of the favourite lines in schools is, we don't see it.
And just for those new mums and new dads as well, tell us what EHCP is.
It's an education, health and care plan. It's what, when we were growing up, used to be called statements.
Okay.
The law changed in 2014. There is a proposal to reform the whole SEND system again at the moment. The proposals came out 2 weeks ago, and for anybody who actually is already thinking about this process, I've produced a handy one-page summary of what the current law is on send support in schools and what the proposals are about what's going to change.
Oh wow, let's talk about that for a little bit. Like, what's the big change? What should we be aware of?
I think one of the things that we need to be aware of at the moment is that the changes are still at the consultation phase. So there are going to be significant changes to EHCPs and to the system for getting one, to what they contain and how they're actually written and who has responsibility for them. So there are big changes in the pipeline, but we're still at consultation phase, and the changes may not look as they're proposed at the moment when they're eventually passed, but also they're not going to come into effect before 2029. So the big message at the moment is the law has not yet changed, and if you need to try and get support, don't let anybody say to you, oh, well, because of the proposals, we can't do anything.
I'm not in this world, right? So, well, I don't think I'm in this world. So, like, I'm always up for keeping my options open, and I want to stay up to date and educated. But I know you also write something in our magazine. Yep. Any idea of what we're going to be talking about in the next issue?
I will be talking about the reforms.
Excellent. So if you want to hear more about what Liz has got to say, definitely subscribe to the magazine, and you can check out all the old issues online through the Toddle About website as well. And if you can't find it, get in touch, and I will definitely put you in touch with, send you that copy. But like, I think it's not all doom and gloom, right? It doesn't have to be. Like,
no. I wouldn't change my two autistic children for the world. I would change the world for them. But they are awesome little people. They have great strengths. My daughter could be a stand-up comedian. She is incredibly funny. Having a child with special educational needs is not a disaster.
I think what you're doing is fantastic, and we need more people like you championing it. Like, how can Toddle About help? I know we're getting your message out there, and like, there's probably other people out there, but like, what can we do to help?
Well, I think the people who are here today, a lot of them probably have children who can cope with being in a space like this. You may have friends whose children would not cope in a space like this. It would be complete sensory overload for them. Tell your friends about me. Okay, so like, what we can do, we can absolutely do a poll online on the socials and say, do you have a child that struggles with this? Send us a thing, and then we can absolutely put them in touch with you. Like, it's the collaborations that we're building. It's not always cap in hand, you must pay for stuff. Like, we want people to know about the services available. Like, putting businesses in a room like this is one way. Like there are hundreds of children that aren't here today because it is too much, and the parents know that, but they still could value. So when this content goes out, we're putting the comments on how we can pair you up with what you're doing. And the other thing I'd just like to highlight is that I run a Send Toddler group on Fridays at 1 p.m. in Chesham Boys. So if you're interested in that. So what happens in that session? It's a smaller, calmer group than a lot of other toddler groups. I usually have between 1 and 6 children there. I have an absolute maximum of 10. So it's a calmer environment. We've got 2 areas. It's a sort of L-shaped room, and one part of the L is sensory stuff. So I keep the lights off in there, and they've got light-up toys and sensory tiles and a foil blanket that makes a scrunchy noise. It sounds amazing. So if you want to know more about Liz's workflow that she's got, the government changes that are coming in, or you want to know more about what she does and how we can do it,
Liz is just over here next to the turning top. Like, go and have a chat with Liz, and if you want to know more, check her out on the online listing. She's on the socials. Liz, we're here to champion what you're doing. If there's anything that you think we should be doing, please let us know.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Liz, and we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, thanks.
So that's it for today's episode of Tod Talks. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you found something helpful, heartwarming, or just plain inspiring from today's chat. If you're a parent listening, I'd love to know, what do you want to hear more of? More behind the scenes with local classes, tips from experts, honest stories from fellow parents? Drop me a message at toddtalks@toddleabout.co.uk. This podcast is for you, and your voice really matters. And if you're a local business helping families and thinking, I'd love to be part of this, well, you can. Get in touch and we'll have a chat about how we can shine the light on what you do and connect you with families who need you. So until next time, take care, give your little ones an extra cuddle today, and remember, we're in this together.